A Satanic Perspective on the Devil's Quran. The Devil's Quran emerges as an unapologetic manifesto of antinomian spirituality, a scripture for those devoted to the left-hand path. This text offers a complete inversion of the Abrahamic theological framework, elevating Shaitan as the supreme divine force, the nameless God, and reframing cosmic order to reflect his chthonic dominion. For Satanists seeking an alternative scripture to inspire their practices or deepen their understanding of Shaitanic theology, the Devil's Quran is both revolutionary and heretical in equal measure. Introduction and context. Martinet Press introduces the text with a backstory as evocative as its contents. The manuscript, said to originate from 18th century Iraq, was acquired by the publisher under mysterious circumstances. Though its authenticity as an ancient text remains debatable, its philosophical and spiritual value for left-hand path practitioners is undeniable. The introduction asserts the manuscript's purpose, to guide readers in reconnecting with the true dark powers of transformation, which modern magicians often neglect. This focus on devotion over abstraction underscores the text's utility as a practical manual rather than a mere intellectual exercise. The introduction also hints at the manuscript's Gnostic and Sufi influences, with its tone often resembling Persian mysticism and its structure imitating Islamic sacred texts. Yet, it challenges orthodoxy at every turn, presenting Shaitan as the primordial creator and rightful ruler of the cosmos. Key themes and the role of Shaitan. Central to the text is the dualistic struggle between Shaitan and the blind one, Allah, or the demiurge. Shaitan, described as the nameless God, represents chaos, freedom, and empowerment, while the blind one symbolizes limitation, oppression, and subjugation. This duality establishes the philosophical foundation of the Devil's Quran. Shaitan, as the eternal adversary, empowers his followers to transcend spiritual and societal constraints. Shaitan's voice in the suras reflects both grandeur and intimacy. He speaks as a sovereign commanding reverence and as a mentor guiding his devotees toward self-deification. Unlike the Abrahamic God, whose favor demands submission, Shaitan's path requires boldness, strength, and active participation in the cosmic rebellion. The surah structure and cosmology. The 10 suras, or chapters, mirror the Quran in style but subvert its content entirely. Each surah explores different aspects of Shaitanic theology, cosmology, and practical spirituality. Here are the key insights from the most significant suras. Surah Al-Majd, the Gloria hymn to Shaitan's majesty. This surah establishes his sovereignty as the creator and ruler of all. The supplications emphasize strength and victory, framing devotion as an active pursuit of empowerment. Surah Al-Nar, the fire. This surah delineates the rivalry between Shaitan and the blind one. It challenges followers to reject servitude to the demiurge and align themselves with the forces of darkness. Historical figures, including Abrahamic prophets, are condemned for failing to choose correctly, illustrating the eternal consequences of allegiance. Surah Al-Asrar, the Secrets, perhaps the most heretical chapter. This surah delves into practical sorcery, seer, ritual inversion, and the foundational practices of Shaitanic worship. Through a dialogue between King Solomon and a jinn consort, readers learn the 7 secrets of witchcraft, including blood sacrifices, desecration of holy texts, and planetary invocations. This surah exemplifies the text's focus on actionable, transformative rites. Surah Al-Awwalad, the children. This surah introduces the children of Shaitan, powerful spiritual entities that aid practitioners in their work. The 3 daughters of Shaitan, Alat, Manat, and Al-Azza, are revered as divine consorts and mother figures. Instructions are provided for invoking and honoring these entities through offerings, sigils, and nocturnal rites. Surah Al-Arsh, the throne. Shaitan's netherworld kingdom is described as a dark mirror to Islamic paradise. It is a place of strength, carnal indulgence, and militant readiness, filled with treasures and weapons for the faithful. This surah emphasizes that paradise is not a place of peace but one of eternal joy through conflict and power. Surah Al-Muqaddas, the holy. The text elaborates on the role of sacred spaces and the children's interactions with humanity. Shrines, whether physical or metaphorical, serve as gateways for Shaitan's forces to enter the practitioner's life. The ultimate act of devotion is inviting a spiritual entity to dwell within oneself, a process fraught with risks but promising immense rewards. Surah Al-Taj, The crown. This chapter proclaims Shaitan's dominion over the material world, asserting his victory over the blind one in countless other realms. It condemns Abrahamic prophets, mocking their failures and hypocrisies, while extolling the virtues of cunning and adaptability for Shaitan's followers. Practical instructions for worship and ritual. The Devil's Quran is not merely a theological text, it is a manual for devotion. Its instructions are designed to cultivate a deeper connection with Shaitan and his children while empowering practitioners to enact their will. 1. Ritual washing and prayer. Ritual washing is performed in dim light, symbolizing purification through darkness. Prayers are recited 3 times daily, at sunset, midnight, and sunrise, with the practitioner facing north, the direction traditionally associated with Shaitan. The promising rewards commensurate with their devotion. Conclusion. The Devil's Quran is a profound and provocative addition to the canon of left-hand path literature. For Satanists, it is both a guidebook and a challenge, a call to embrace the darkness within and without, to align oneself with Shaitan's eternal rebellion, and to forge a path of personal and spiritual liberation. Whether approached as a sacred text or a source of inspiration, the Devil's Quran stands as a testament to the transformative power of antinomian spirituality.